Greetings everyone, I am Sister Lilia and welcome to my armory. So, last week I did a review of this model, and the time has come to show you how I painted it. Roll the tape. So, to start off, I primed it and then I started on base coating it with Chaos Black, or Abaddon Black I think it's called now. The little holder is a bottle lid with some blue tack on it because that's a cheap and practical way to have a painting handle. And yeah, the paint's going to look a bit interesting because paint likes to be interesting. So I forgot at this point to have the Abaddon Black in frame, but that will change with the next colours. So yeah, you can see me going over all of it, and here we have Steel Edge and Drab, which I like as a good base colour, and it didn't want to stay sitting upwards. Oh well, these things happen. So yes, I just go over the whole model with Steel Edge and Drab to provide a good base colour, as it works well for going from there. So I also put it onto the onto the actual base of the miniature model. We'll try and paint both of them kind of the same time. I mean, here we are with some grey onto the legs because I plan on coming in with white. So if I build up with grey, that gives a less harsh tone for the white to go over. So you should just see me building up the white and struggling to actually be in frame. Sorry about that there. Making use of some Luxon purple to attempt to build up a purple colour scheme on the model. I'm not entirely sure it worked. In contrast, the Blood Angels Red works really well. You end up with a really nice leather colour with Blood Angels Red. And like a really nice deep red leathery colour, which I like. And as a result, made use of. It's good for doing leather, and so it's a decent red. I haven't actually used it for its intended purpose of painting over white to paint Blood Angels Space Marines, but that might change in future. Came in with some yellow to go over more of the leather and the hair to build up the tone, and to provide base colours for black. Not black, for gold. Here we have me with model colours off-white, which is paint number, I think, 70.0820. That's Vallejo paint. When I got it, it was a lot thicker than it is now. I came back in with other colours to build up the colour and texture. You've got Xanaeus Purple and Corn Red for their respective areas. And yeah, the Xanaeus Purple works quite well. And yeah, you can see me building up the worn highlight kind of areas on the model, and pardon any background noise you hear. Even with windows closed, it's still hearable. So yes, and then I come back in with some Blood Angels Red to continue improving up on the red colour. Just nice to unify things. Then some Iandon Yellow again for the leather bits. And working on the book with book and the model with Belisarius Gold and Retributor armor. Those are two pretty decent GW metallic paints. Apparently they went really hard on their specifications for the Retributor armor, according to the folks over at the painting phase. Yes, go in with the golds. Retributor armor is good for golds, but there are ways of misusing the paint to get other tones. See me coming in with the Sharpie to go over the blonde hair to try and make it more blonde and less weird coloured. And coming back in with Belisarius to bring up highlights. Then we start working on the skin. Now I did a lot of blending and mixing, both for doing skin and also for doing the skulls and the book and the purity seals. I have my favourite ways of doing skin, and I also just wanted to mix things. You have me coming in here, building up the skin tones on the model in a way that's a bit less dramatic and harsh than I did on the Canon S. Also painting up the eyes. You can see the white paint I used earlier here, just kind of building up the tone on the face and kind of painting around the eyes a bit. I do then come back in and further mix the paints up and tones. I've brought in Screamer Pink for the purity seals and for some of the details on the model, particularly the gems, and her lipstick. So I figured let's try and give this model some lipstick. Got me going back in with the white, which might have made the white a bit thick, but I'd rather a solid colour. So yes, you see me attempting to do the eyes here and actually vaguely succeeding. Changing the paint over, bringing back Abaddon Black and Steel Legend Drab to work on the base, particularly mixing the two of them together, you can get some really good kind of dark tones for ground. Next I came in with Genestealer Purple for the actual purple areas on the fabric and probably thinned it out a bit too much. Then some Agrax Earthshade for the base and for parts of the model, because Agrax is a decent colour for changing the tones. And yeah, we've got more Agrax going all over parts, but in a controlled manner. I don't like just dunking a model in Agrax. It's very much, I feel like it needs to be controlled. Otherwise, you kind of are wasting your time. Well, not necessarily wasting your time. There is an oil wash look that some people really like. Part of me wouldn't mind giving oils a try, but I don't really have anywhere to put them. Next, we have me coming back with Sharpty Bone and Steel Legend Drab for skin tone to build up further work on the face. The face of a model can often be the most time consuming. I also came in with paints to work on details and clean things up. Paint that I don't think was seen there is a few of the other paints from earlier that are still on the palette, and such as the various paints that you can see now. The contrast, the Luxon Purple, isn't very good for trying to do purple leather, but it is good for helping build up tones. And you have me coming in with giving things a dry brush with Rakarth Flesh because it's a good dust colour, and then cleaning things up a little bit with contrast paint with Blood Angels Red. Got some Genestealer Purple, just getting applied in places over the model to further make the coat look worn. You can kind of see the motions I'm doing here to get the shape of it, and deliberately choosing higher areas and areas where more light is likely to catch rather than where shadows are likely to sit. See me coming in with Agrax into the kind of gaps between the stones on the base. This is, I believe, yet another one of those built through a mixture of junk and stuff bases that I like doing for my characters. And you have me here in with Abaddon Black to paint up the base and get them and bring the model to its completion. I come in and try and add on eyebrows. Think they worked. And we are done. Just move her into the center. And here's how it's kind of come along at the end. Now, the pose I did with the mace is not the one the model that's probably intended, but I just felt it worked. Kind of changed the silhouette a bit, and yeah, the eyes are wonky. Wonky eye syndrome is a common thing in this hobby, but I mean, these things happen. The important part is it's a painted miniature. So yeah, that's kind of been how I painted this thing. If you're wanting to see more of this model, I have a review of it. And what have you guys been working on lately? I'd love to hear. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Catch you around. Bye.